Can I play the video? Oh, I'm live, but I can't see the people, so it's changing to this. Hey, everybody! I can't see you yet.
Hey, get the fuck up on my kitchen. Don't worry about what I'm up in there fixing. I'll call your ass in a minute. Don't be bugging me, I'm cooking, it ain't finished. Nigga, hey, it ain't mixed yet. All you gotta know is it ain't mixed yet. Now I'm tired of you niggas asking me where's the new music. You'll get it when I release it. And mixing it's a whole process. Yes, ma'am, sir, get out of my face. She'll be a happy camper when this shit drop. Bugging me will only prolong the results. Man, these niggas full of shit, they need a smooth move. Take your constipated ass over the Whole Foods. You couldn't fuck with me without the use of auto-tune. And your girl hugging up on me like, man, you smell good. I know that you've been waiting, overflowing with impatience, but I would've never let your ass starve. Wait, just give it a few moments, cause this just still in the oven. It'll be worth it when it gets done. Ding! Oh, kitchen! I'll call your ass in a minute. Don't be bugging me because your shit ain't finished. Nigga, it ain't mixed yet. All you gotta know is it ain't mixed yet.
Hey. I just love you. Duran is here. Wildcard Wednesday. Yay.
How are y'all?
I'm so glad to see you. Thank you for joining us. I wanted to switch it up. Sorry, y'all. We having a weird day, but I'm going to flow with it and enjoy it because my friend is here. Hey. Oh, my God. I love that video of Mixed. I love this album. I'm so proud of you. And I'm glad I get to start Wildcard Wednesday featuring some of our amazing creatives with you, Duran. You are like incredible. And I could say that over and over again, incredible. You know what I love the most about you and hearing this new project, Duran,
yes.
Dur and Ann.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the process of that. But before that, I want to talk about some of your beginning and just these influences in your voice. I heard Nate Dogg. I know that. And I hear the Rick James that you were talking about in another interview you did. Mm-hmm. But how did you find your sound? Because I've seen you grow and you've always been an artist, period.
Yeah.
But to find your thing where you said, this is me right here. And I think you're still not even finished. This is just a little snippet. They don't even know. These are little minuets. To me, that's my opinion. But what do I know? You can explain more about that part of it. So tell me.
Yes. So growing up, I very much listening to women such as yourself, Erica, Lisa Fisher, Phyllis Hyman. And for a while I was, up in the rafters because I'm still learning what my voice can do, because the human voice just interests me so much, just the different sounds that we can make. And it wasn't until my third year with Erica where I actually got bumped down to tenor. Because when I first came on, I was doing alto, and then the soprano left, and so I took the top because wasn't nobody else gonna do that. And so hey y'all. And then, so I got bumped down to tenor, and it was just a really good space to be in, especially being able to use my voice and be comfortable in that register. So I enjoy being in the basement, and that's when I started recording songs that I should be able to do this every single night. So what I'm doing on the record, I gotta make sure that that's going to be something people are going to expect. So I just kind of modified that a little bit, but yeah, that was kind of when I really started getting in my basement, was with Erica.
And so you found a whole new other part. And I mean, because those intervals, you love sliding into that. I've never heard Niglet sound like that.
And I'm like, who? And I think I might have said that out loud maybe 2 years ago. I called someone a niglet, and they were like, well, that was funny, but could you give us another name that's, that we don't have to, blank out on television?
Right.
Fine.
The beauty in your artistry is your freedom to express yourself in ways that most people are thinking, but not necessarily saying out loud. Is that on purpose? I mean, I know that it's not, but you're also an introvert, which is really clever. You like your privacy, but you live. When you live and you live. Where does that come from? Who told you go past it?
Oh gosh, that's just my parents nurturing what they saw. Both my parents are musicians. They both sing and play instruments. So the household that I grew up in is very musical, is very theatrical. They took me to go see the Phantom of the Opera when I was 6 years old.
Wow.
So a lot of that influence comes from just my parents, being 30 and 40 years older than me when I was born, and just having a different type of recipe in the music and the things that you're being fed. So they're a big inspiration for that.
So your mom and dad sing?
Yes.
Play? Mm-hmm. They are singers as well.
Yeah.
And the piano, where did you get that from? You just jumped on and that's your first instrument?
So my mom plays piano, and she's a piano teacher as well. She teaches voice and theater and stuff. Well, not theater, vocal theory, my bad, and piano theory. So that was just something that was always a part of the everyday regimen. We get up, we do our schoolwork, we have a piano lesson, and whatever else that was going on.
Yeah, I just wanted to know, because when the first time I saw you perform, I saw you with Erica, but I also saw you at a little club my friend Kim from New Orleans took me to, and I was having a bad day. And I just see you on stage. I didn't know what you were wearing, but it had a boa effect. And you were singing, and you leaned back as you were singing, and the mic.
Oh, no, wait. You might not be talking about me. I think I know who you're talking about. Were you in Atlanta?
No, it was in LA. It was in LA. That's the first time I saw you live by yourself. You weren't performing. You were just doing a cover gig, but you had sang one song and killed it, and just leaned back. The lean back went back. And it was just.
That sounds familiar. I'm trying to think when I did that.
I was like, is he singing, holding that note that long, leaning back? And then you came back up, and then you walked off the stage. It was, sir, really? That's what you're gonna do? And then you get Ledisi, and you came up to me, and I remembered. Okay, yeah, he sang back up with Erica, but I had never seen you by yourself. That was the first time I saw. So I was like, just
listen, you gotta have some pizzazz.
How does it feel right now to finally come from being on all sides, background, surviving, doing shows, just making it work, and then to finally say, okay, I'm going to sit down and do this type of record. And I want you to think about that, but I want to play one song that's really one of my favorites. It's you and Ari Lennox.
Yeah.
Called Stuck. I know my shirt's wrinkled. I know. I don't care.
Listen, I'm wearing my algorithm pants.
Listen, we at home. I was like, Look, I put a lash on. Y'all happy? I put a lash. Here we go. Here's Stuck. I love this song. Let's just play it. Can you hear it?
Don't you get stuck in love with me? In love with me.
Please don't let the sun come up and you
love you on your way down. So you can never say that I could your emotions around. You're the main road. I took a detour. If you just have to you can stop in love with me. You can stop in love with me.
Yeah.
You let the sun come up and you ain't up in love.
Okay, let's just stop there.
Sing, Nate Dogg.
Do that run. Do that run, man. Crazy.
I love that.
Give us some background on this song, Stuck. What made you write this song? What's the inspiration behind it?
So what had happened was, right, there was this boy called himself liking me, once upon a time. And I remember we had finally got a chance to meet, and he said, Can you be my boyfriend for the night? And I said, well, if I go along with this, because I'm all about imagination, okay, I did theater, so I can get into character. But what I'm saying is, sir, is that when the sun comes up, you need to be up out of that mentality, because I'm going to be gone. And we don't need you stuck there. But he mad at me, so clearly he's still stuck. So I tried to be as transparent as I possibly could, Now you
guys, if you have any questions for Durand, please put them in the comment box and Ron will put them up. So, but when you were recording, tell us about the recording process of the song. Like, who produced it, and when you heard it, you said this is going to be the topic.
So when I heard the track, the guy's name is Evan Yee. I met him through Cheetah Bay, and he's another artist who's a dope producer as well. So the hook itself, I immediately thought about Erica when I did the hook, and I just let the melodies kind of just come to me. I wasn't trying to think too much about it, but the hook might have came first, and so I had to figure out how am I going to tell this story in a way that's complete, to give a beginning, a middle, and an end. So it was kind of, when you don't force it, it doesn't, and so once I finished it, I said it would be nice if I could get my friend on the song. So she came and did her part, and I had her all throughout the song. I'm pretty sure people were expecting her to have a verse, but I'm like, no, Mama's doing the backgrounds here. She's doing these backgrounds over here. She's doing this tag out here. She's on the end of the song, right? Like she's everywhere. That's how I like my features to be.
Before you answer that question, that's a good question that DC Dukes is asking. I just wanted to go back to my first question about sitting down and deciding to make this kind of project.
Yes.
What influenced that? Because you've been in the background for so long and studying people. That's the one thing I love about you. You have studied everyone. You listen to everyone. And I need a lot of the younger folk to get that. The reason why I wanted to start Wildcard Wednesday with creatives and with you is because you study everybody. You listen and a song, you'll call it out. Boom, this is the person. Listen to this. Like, even when I forget, what, who that Durand? Sitting down and deciding, okay, I've studied everything. There's still more to learn, but here I want to learn, sit down and give them who I am now. What made that decision to say this is Durand?
So after I completed Soundcheck, the EP I did back in 2016, I just kept recording until I felt that I had a strong body of work. I didn't want to have any fillers. And every time I would record something, I would record 2 other songs and there would be something stronger. But I really just kind of wanted to tell a story. And my aim was, what have I not discussed? What have I not talked about? And the way that I could talk about it. Because this is also the first album that I've, talked about present time Heated Fellowship. So it's like, how does Durand talk about Heated Fellowship at 30? So Yeah, it was just a lot of just allowing myself to just create and just figure out what works, what feels good. And if it feels good to me now that I have the formula, my formula, then it's gonna feel good to everybody else.
Yeah, we can go back to that question now. That makes sense. Did anybody ever get mad at you on a song? There it is. Has anyone got mad at you over a song in the album, felt like you were talking about them?
Nobody as of now. It's one of those things where if you feel triggered by something I said, then maybe that was for you. And then maybe you might want to work through that. Why are you being triggered? You know, I love being triggered because it's a catalyst for growth.
Eve asked, when did you decide to come out of your shell musically? You said you used to be a prude.
I was a prude as far as certain content that I would talk about. And I think now at this age, you know, you get to a certain, you know, I guess 30 was one of those where it's like, I think it might have been the moment when I stopped modifying who could see my Facebook posts, because, you know, it's like my mom and my dad and, you know, I got folks from church, but I'm like, wait a minute, I'm an adult. Y'all are a guest at my house on this social media. So if y'all don't like what I say, then you can unfollow. And so I think once I got into that space and stopped doing that, that's when I'm like, all right, I can just talk about whatever I want. As long as
I seen that change in you there where you're not editing.
Yeah.
Usually you pause and then say, but now you're like, boom, this is what I want to say. But in your music though, it's so free and colorful. And why do you think people are responding the way they are to your project? There's so many, I've seen so many people say, I love this album. This is incredible. The colors and any switches and the topics. Why do you think that you're getting the response you're getting with Duran?
Ooh, there's a few things I can go down this list. First and foremost, I was able to take constructive criticism about how I was, you know, doing my music before. So I was able to still be myself, but still be commercial. And that's a sweet spot that you gotta cook for a little while. I love how you make me think. You know, this isn't really anything out of the ordinary for me, as far as the music, but I think that they're excited about it is because people miss real singing. Like, people miss folks singing. They miss when there wasn't auto-tune and things are overproduced, and, you know, there's so much going on that you can't just enjoy just the tone. We miss the tone, you know. And I always had an intention with each song that I did was, I need to leave something to where as soon as someone is done listening to this, it's going to be stuck in their head. Something. So I wasn't focused on trying to create a hit record. I was just like, let me just make some bops. If you can do this, we're there. And so that was my main focus. So I think because that was my intention, people are receiving it that way. Like I said, people who miss Luther and Nate Dogg, they will love the album.
They're loving it. We can take more questions, Ron. Anybody has more questions up there? What's your favorite song ever?
Ever?
That's hard, right?
Like
Unfair question.
Well, if we have to say, what's a song that you just never get tired of, like ever? First song that comes to mind is "Give It to You" by Durand. Word up.
I wish I could pull that up.
Listen, right? It's the fantastic, romantic, single-handed, bandit, and damn it. Listen,
it's funky.
It is though. That's what I'm
funky
saying.
tune. Let's play another song from your album. One more question. Let's see. When can we see you and? No, I guess you and I. Oh, we're working on that.
Oh yeah, we already working on that. Oh yeah,
that's good.
Y'all don't even worry about that.
Don't you worry. Let's play Racket.
Why would I wanna be quiet? Everything wanna make noise. Goddamn. Trying to keep my balance and falling down.
Bruh.
Why would I wanna be quiet? Everything wanna make noise. Trying to keep my balance and falling down.
Garage band ain't never hurt nobody. Sooner or later, I looked at the logic. You think that you can? Sure, Jan. Get the fuck off of my head, man. Thank you, everybody that came to donate. I got you next time that I slide to your state. It'll be worth it because you know the shit's great. Right? They're trying to have me like a keepsake.
I think you're scared, baby. But I look like next to you. You might be scared, baby. Don't want me to do better than you. Don't want me to be better. I just can't be better. Damned if I be better than you. Don't want me to be better. I just can't be better. Damned if I be better than you.
Ain't wanna give me my things in motherfucking 2019. 14 years plus paid my dues, doing my part and paying your rent too. Utilities not included, the road ain't pretty, bitch, this shit ruthless. And I know cause my ass been looking, but I'm on the outskirts, so I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Shit wanna creep when I'm trying to sleep. Shit wanna beep when I'm trying to sleep. Ooh. Wanna creep when I'm trying to sleep. Shit wanna beep when I'm trying to sleep. Shut your ass. I think you're scared, babe. Ooh, I think you're scared, babe. I look right next to you. You might be.
Ooh, it's the little notes. Ooh, all those little.
That's for y'all. That's for y'all. That's for y'all. I was saying, I always have room for the homies that don't really know how to sing, but it's some catchy stuff in there. And then I have the moments for the vocalists. You know, that's for us. Them little things in between.
It's so modern and fresh and fun and vibrant, but really direct. Really direct. Like you command a listen. And we have to think in all of it. It's beautiful, but it's fun. But you do it subtly though too. It's smooth. You can still. It's for everybody. I just love it.
I have to release a clean edit for Christmas.
You really? Oh, okay. I'm gonna play the one I
know. My mother has been requesting.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your mom's watching. Oh, sorry, Mom.
I'm saying she just needs a clean edit. That's all. So her version is gonna be my face, but it's gonna have a mask over it. The clean edit. Matter of fact, did she send me that picture? I feel like she sent that to me. Hold on. It is the funniest thing ever. She sure did. She made her own version of the album cover and said, I need the clean edit. Hold on, I'm about to show you right now.
That is funny.
Look at her.
I love it.
She did the clean edit.
She said, I don't want my son's face going in the air with a dove. No, thank you. That cover is so dope, though. All of it is beautiful. You really took your time to make your voice heard visually and also creatively, sonically with the music. What do you want? What audience are you hoping to reach when people are listening to your music? Did you have a plan for that audience, or you just said, "This is me, and I'm good. Y'all take it away"?
So this particular body of work, I feel, was for the community. This was for us to have a conversation because we've, seen heterosexual love and all these love songs and R&B. So it's time for us to have a conversation about, creating safe spaces for men to be able to be vulnerable and submissive and being on stage, because I'm on stage, and don't be trying to do nothing to me that I can't do to you, fool. We need to have those talks. So I felt like I gave them something to be proud of. And on top of that, it's something that us is just creatives can relate to as well, mixed and, or just having a driver's license and having to turn that volume down so you can hear the numbers better on the house. Just All you got to do is just live a little bit, and you'll be able to relate to this stuff.
And why do you pick the subjects that you pick?
I like talking about the little in-betweens of life. You know, I got a song like, you know, Ari got a song about I got a new apartment, and I got a song about how I don't invite people over to the house if my house ain't clean, and you know, running errands. You know, I got a song about, I mean, it's just, I like to talk about the little because we've covered so much of the same subject
Love
matter.
songs, yeah.
You know, whether that be love or breaking up or, you know, VIP and popping bottles, which I was talking about standing in line at the club. Okay, that's what I know. You know, I like to talk about what I know. So just, yeah, when you I feel like people connect better when you're transparent and you're just honest.
You are very transparent and honest. I want to play more music, but I also want to take more questions if there's any, Ron. I told you when you sent me the project, I was like, I'm blown away. I can't pick one.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a question. Would you ever consider co-creating an entire album with Katri Nada?
Katra Nada. He's the one that's on
Nada. Oh, she's on the project. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Katra Nada's a guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just
It's all
know the
good.
name.
It's
I
all good.
apologize.
We getting you informed.
Thank you.
That's not far-fetched at all. So consider it considered.
Another question, Ron? I'll look in the how long did it take you to develop and package your lyrical, visual, and creative content that was ready for a larger audience?
It took what felt like a day.
Really?
Yeah. Once Avir got with me and said, Durand, this is how you need to do this. You need to make sure you have your melodies first. You know, the lyrical content is great, but let's construct this a little bit more so that it can make sense to all of us. Mm-hmm. All it took was that one conversation. I was like, oh, that's what it is. Because even when I was creating my old music, I was, you know, creating by myself, number one. And then I would wonder, okay, I like this because it's mine, but why isn't it jamming like my favorite songs? And so it never really clicked. And also because I was listening to a lot of jazz music, and, you know, they style a lot. They're not trying to come up with a structure. So I was really more so just trying to tell the story. But now I can tell the story in a Boppington fashion.
Right. Did you have, what was my question? Did all this change you business-wise? How to structure yourself business-wise after doing this creative process?
I am understanding now. More eyes are now on me, and I want to make sure that I leave room for my own humanity. So not to beat myself up about mistakes or whatever, you know. Matter of fact, I went on Twitter just to do some damage control on myself, and I said, hey, if there's any tweets that I tweeted 10 plus years ago that somebody is offended by, speak now, forever hold your peace. Like, let's talk about it right now. Let's talk about some shit I don't do no more. Let's talk about it. You know, because I'm not here for all that bringing stuff up later on once you feel like I've gotten to a certain place. Let's talk about it right now. Yeah. So I feel just and knowing when to, you know, knowing what to say, when to say it. There's a time and place for everything, you know. And I do understand that even though I do like to speak my mind, I do understand some things don't need to be said.
You could have easily went with with partners and label and all that. What made you do it independently?
I guess just the right the right deal didn't present itself to where it made sense for me being a middleman, because, you know, I've been doing the groundwork, you know, a long time by myself, and just, you know, my dad and my mom helping. So it's been a very small team. But I just felt, and I was also just getting advice from other people that were on labels and in the industry, and they're just like, you might not, you know. And so once my following built, I finally got told, you can do this yourself. And I felt in my gut, if the music it's quality, if it's jamming, they will spread the word. And that is what has happened. Like opportunities have rolled in, and I'm just woo, bitch, cause baby.
Yes. There's a question. God bless you both. I've hurt myself many times trying to sing both your songs. Unfortunately, God did not bless me with the gift of singing a singing voice. Oh, well, thank you.
Right. Please don't hurt yourself. We don't.
We don't want you hurting. What music is getting you through quarantine and 2020 in general? That's a great question.
Mine. Listen. Definitely these new Ledisi tunes for sure.
You're so sweet.
Van Jess.
Oh yeah.
And who else has been like just I love me some Masego. Yeah, Riley put out a good project too. There's been some.
Yeah, Riley did.
Yeah.
Oh, question. As an independent artist, how much did all of this cost? Realistically, they want to know everything. Is there a large number you think indies can save and achieve?
So you'll save a lot of money if you can record the material yourself. If you can at least record everything by yourself, you're saving money on studio time. If you can mix your own stuff, that's also saving more time. If all you need to do is get it mastered, that's fine. But independently, like this was over 30 G's. I didn't even realize it was that.
That's pretty good, though.
Somebody was like, this album sounds so expensive.
It sounds, listen, you did good, especially on the mixing, which a lot of people skip over.
I'm there with the engineer when we're mixing, you know, so it's just, and my father is an audio engineer. So it's a gift and a curse, my ear, and just how sensitive it is to certain things. So I gotta be involved in that.
Let's play Melody really quick.
And that's the song where I talk about me coming into how I, structure things and making sense for everybody else. That's the one.
That's the first one I gravitated towards when you let me hear an advanced version of it, and I lost my mind. I said, well, I like Melody. But I like Melody. It just kept playing it over and over again. Here we go. Because it just feels.
It's giving Raphael Sadiq for sure.
It sounds like air.
Once you find the right melody. What does that mean? Can you explain, please? We'll understand once you find your identity. That's what you mean. It's like 1, 2, 3, oh yeah. You must really hate me and I don't know why. Knowing I'm here but won't look me in the eye. First you run me ragged up and down the scale, then later can't figure out why you're out of breath. Never pretend once you find the right melody. What does it mean? Can you explain, please? We'll understand once you find your identity. Oh, that's what you mean. It's like 1, 2, 3, oh yeah. I was all alone in my cocoon. I had gotten so comfy in my solitude. Until one day I opened up in a way that changed my shit, and I'll never be the same. Thank you, bravery. If I'm president, nowhere. Sneaking out a search party to find you. The quality, spare the dramatic. Or we won't know if it's really there. What does that mean?
Oh.
It's the sustain for me. Just hold the note. Just hold it.
Just sing, damn it. Sing, Duran.
Listen, that's you, ma'am.
Ain't no vibrato on that joint. It just
sustain.
Just beautiful. It is like you just use your voice like a playground. It just you're like, oh, and then today I just and wait, I forgot a note. I'm gonna go back and get it.
I'm gonna go back and get it.
It's amazing.
Well, like I said, because I've listened to a lot of the main voices I was listening to growing up were women voices. So Erica, I would matter of fact, I would be using your what performance was that you did? But I would warm up to that because you just be sitting up there, just sitting, like good grief.
Yeah, I don't get a break. I remember, it's funny when I was getting ready for my performance, my online performance, and I hadn't used the top register in a long time. So I was like, why all this shit so damn high? That's why it was like every song was sitting up here, and I was like, oh, that's me. I wrote.
Led, I kid you not. I have an album that did not get released, and it was supposed to come out the year I got with Erica, and I was 22.
And that's another one. She'd be up there too,
right? But on the record, though, that's different. She'll do all that live on the record. She'll sprinkle that here and there. But I was trying to be like you on every song, and I went back and listened to that. I'm like, bitch, who is gonna be doing this?
Ain't nobody can sing along with you.
Right? Can't nobody sing along? How you can't even sing along with you.
Folk be singing along though. They be going for it. But I'm thinking this is high. Yeah. But you don't just live there. You sneak up on this album. You gave us layers, and it just flies. Yeah. And when you do, though, we're like, yeah, I'm not ready. Like first, I was doing this, and next thing you know, you hear a note. You're like. Duran.
That's the way you look. That look. Oh God.
Bye, Duran.
Okay. He up on the second floor, child. He on the second floor, playing on the roof.
But I love it. It gives us levels. What do you hope? Any piece of advice you can give someone in this generation? Just how to use their craft or how to come into the business, anything to inspire them or whatever. The truth is always inspiring. So
study your craft. Study your craft. Study your craft. I can't take anyone seriously that does not study what it is that they say that they're passionate about, that's something that they want to do.
Yes.
So putting yourself in environments where you are not the smartest person so that you can learn. Always be a sponge. Always go to the root of your inspiration. So if Eric is my favorite, I go to Shaka Khan, and I got to go to Sarah Vaughan. I got to find out where the root was so that I can maybe get something from the beginning that maybe they didn't pick up that I like, and while it's good to be inspired, but you don't want to lose your identity being immersed in your fave. We already know what that voice sounds like. We want to know what you sound like.
That's great advice.
So
anything you can tell the generation before you?
Oh, this is one thing I can say to them. I now understand the disdain that you had when they were sampling all of the songs in the 90s. And y'all were like, what is this? And we was like, but this is the can't you see you and me? And So now that they're sampling 90s music, I'm just like, oh, I get it now. My bad, old school. I repent. My bad.
Yeah, but what can they learn from?
Okay. But as far as so for me, with something that they can learn, I would like for us to have a better relationship with, the elders, coming in and talking to us, and seeing what other ways we can collaborate to blend those worlds, because we need that information. They're not staples in music for no reason. So it's important that we at least have that bond. That would be nice. Don't give up on us, please. Okay, because you let children just run the house by themselves, and that hoe's on fire. So please, please, I want to know. I want to listen. I'll listen. So if it's got to be me, that's going to be the one that's going to be learning all the stuff, so that everybody else on the group project can pass. At least they're going to know, hey, at least he did his work. So yeah.
Yeah, because it can't just be one way. There's things that the other side can learn as well.
Yeah.
And that's why I was hoping you would give some great advice. And there you have it. Don't give up on us. Listen.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah. Let's play I'm going to play I think we have one more song. Let me see.
Just one more.
Oh, no. Yeah, one more song. I love this song too. Oh, it's so good. But let me make sure I've answered any more questions, you guys, before we go.
No, we cannot have school without old school. And can't.
And they can also follow you. Where can they follow you?
Yes, so please, y'all can follow me on Durand Bernarr. That's all my handles: Facebook, Twitter, IG. That's DURANDBERNARR. As well as you can head on. Oh, listen, that's my grandmother all day. And you can head on over to durandbernarr.com. Y'all can check out merch. We have merch. I also have a playlist in the music section called Featuring Durand Bernarr. So all of the features that I've been a part of, whether that was doing background or an actual feature, that's in there. And I also have meet and greets where, so if you want to have a personal Zoom call with me and just shoot the shit, I do those too. So the website
is so cool.
Oh yeah.
See, I didn't know they were doing all that now. That's dope.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I got to get me some merch for sure. What do you want to do next after this? I want to see you. For those who are watching, I want to see Duran on Leno, not Leno, on all the shows, all the late night shows. I want to see him on the daytime shows. You got to see him perform. There's nothing like you performing.
Well, speaking of performing,
you're doing. I was going to ask any virtual. Okay.
I got invited to do a performance this month.
Yes. With who and where? Do we know yet? Or are you going to announce it?
Afropunk.
Yes. You're going to smash that.
I've already shot it. So
you already did it? Oh, can I? Okay. When we get off,
yes, I got you.
I
got you. You gotta see.
Oh, that is perfect for you. I wish we were out in the world you would have listened.
No,
Dave, but we have next year and the year after that and more years to do it more. But I want to play this one song before we go. It's called Passport featuring Anna Wise. I love this one. And I'm sorry everything is he let me pick. I was trying to ask him to pick.
Yeah, I wanted her to pick her favorites.
Listen, because when I listen to you, I'm into what was that note again? Did you just see my face?
And what's funny is Passport is my favorite vocal performance on the entire album, because I'm the most stripped down on that, and I just ride that bass, man, and I let the instruments do all the coloring that I would have done.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why
understanding that space is just as important as the rest of the song. That's genius. Here's Passport, you guys.
You
Yes, I am well traveled, been around the world more than twice, going on adventures, constantly expanding my mind. Just because I visit doesn't mean I wanna stay. Having me a passport gives me many options to try. Yes, I've traveled the world, but there ain't nothing like my homeland in Europe. I'll still travel the world, but there ain't nothing like my homeland in Europe. Now I understand it, learning what I want and I need. Open, honest freedom to disperse my energy. There are different colors, only some bring out of me. And you've probably witnessed a moment in my history. A place like home, a place like home. I'll even stay and you can go. Don't wanna be the only one. Who would I travel abroad? Yes, there ain't nothing like a home. I'll still travel the world. There ain't nothing like a home.
How you gonna not breathe though?
My mother loves that song.
It is everything.
And you know
And
what? That's
you mix the old and the new together.
Yeah, the beat pattern is definitely is a head nod to our jazz heads, and then I just trap it out at the end, which
You only want to go to that part. Let's go to that part.
Go ahead, go.
Let me go to that part. There we go.
Yes, I've traveled the world, but there ain't nothing like my home. I'll still travel the world, but there ain't nothing like my home. Yes, I've traveled the world, but there ain't nothing like my home. I'll still travel the world, but
Woo!
I also have to say two things about that song. I recorded that. Did I record that at the end of 2017 or the beginning of 2018? And the producer, Timmy Manson Jr., he was 18 when he produced that.
Wow, really?
He was 18 when he produced that. Nuts.
That's crazy.
Nuts.
See, I get to learn all this new stuff. I get to share with my audience and your audience all this camaraderie here.
Yeah.
And I'm just grateful. Like, I needed this today. You made it. This is just worth it. This is why I love what I do and the giving back portion. Like, and I love seeing you just have your moment in your time and it's time. It's been time.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say, hey, here, Duran, what do you want to do? Thank you. Just thank you for not giving up. And you've had those moments. And
yes.
And thank you for growing into yourself and then teaching. like teaching us, all of us, not just your folk, but everybody, just
Everybody.
teaching us
I
to.
wanted I wanted to just point out that this album is a result of the beauty of not working by yourself, not trying to do it by yourself. Just getting with people that understand what it is that you're trying to do, and they can enhance that, not necessarily change who you are. So, because trying to be a one woman band is hard. So when you get with some folks that can help bring those ideas to life, it's yeah. And also, Ledisi, thank you for hanging in there, because you've been doing this for years, ma'am. And just to see you get your things independently.
Well, I'm learning this from you. You know, I was scared. Like, you've been independent for a while, and I was in the beginning, but you're you say, oh, it's possible. I'm gonna love on what I have, and that's enough. And I'm learning from this generation. Love on what you have, and that's enough. So I learned from you. And that's why I said independently, let's go. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing today, but it has to happen. More eyes need to know who you are. More eyes need to see our bond and how I'm rooting for you. We are so rooting for you. And so I just appreciate you taking time out of your day just to spend an hour. And with all the technical blip blip, we still got through it. And new fans, you have new fans. Everybody's like, oh my God, I didn't know.
Listen.
I mean, consistently, we've had 300 people sit here and hang out consistently.
Listen, I love it.
Say hello.
We're fun. We're good.
Hello, I'm trying to be shoot, not with my wrinkled outfit, but look, I'm here. I was here, America. Thank you for joining us. Next time we got to sing something, but it's hard with all this latency on the live, but we were going to try to figure it out. But next time we're going to, I'm so proud of you. Keep going. Make sure you submit this for Grammy nominations next year and keep pressing on whatever you need from me. You guys, please follow Durand Bernarr. He said Aura.
Aura.
There it is. Ron put it up. Durand Bernarr. Please follow him on all his social media. Buy his music. That is how you keep us here. Look at that album, Duran. Please get it. It's beautiful, wonderful. I'm proud of you for being free. Please continue to support the artists, the creatives. We are not working, and we need you to buy things, our merch and all of our music to keep supporting us. And I'm here just grateful to have a platform to share it with other artists. And next week I have the wonderful Judith Hill who will join us. And Duran, just thank you for today. Thank you for this project. I'm proud of you. You're killing it. And I hope more people will purchase it after today and follow you. So y'all, I'll see y'all next week. I'm going to play mixed again so I can get myself together. You dig?
Okay.
Thank you again. I'll see you guys next week. Next Wildcard Wednesday. Go out and get the Wildcard, my album, if you want to. I'm just grateful for the opportunity. Nate Dogg voice. I say Grammy too. I'm making sure. Isn't the album cover awesome? All right, y'all. We better go.
Also,
go ahead. You got go ahead.
I just want to say shout out to my mama and my daddy and the team, the nucleus and my PR team. Everybody that's working behind the scenes. The village has been just coming together for your boy. You know, as Issa Rae said, it's not about reaching up. It's about who's to the side of you.
Beautiful.
Right to the side of you. And you'd be surprised the magic that you can come up with just reaching to the side of you. Like, it just, so just want to thank everybody.
Yes. Anything else? Just making sure. I want to
make sure. Just come and follow me. That the worst that can happen if you follow me is you'll laugh your ass off. Okay.
All day. Look, all day.
All day and all day.
All right, y'all. Be good. Thanks for joining us, and thank you to your parents for sharing you with the world. Here we go. Here's mixed, y'all, from Durand Bernarr. Duran. Here we go. Hey. Sorry for the cussing, mama. Hey.
Don't be bugging me, I'm cooking it in minutes.
Bye, y'all. See you soon.
Now I'm tired.